Bet you never met a sin before glory.
Just let me know.
Go check that out.
That's a plan. Told you sanctuary would grow. The site never lies.
Mama Murphy.
Got something with a bit of a kick for me, kid?
Why did you need Jet again?
It's a little inhaler that packs a big kick. They say it makes you move faster, but at my age, it's more of a quick rush. The chems fuel the site, so it's not always gonna be Jet I'm asking for. But that's what's on the menu this time.
Still looking.
All right.
Right. Mama Murphy.
The site's no good without the chems. You have that, Jet?
Here. One hit of
You did good. Now, let me ride the hide to where the sight wants to take me. You're on the trail of the man who took your boy. I see a house locked up tight, chains put on by a smiling shark. But there's another way. I can see it. A key. Lost and forgotten. Fallen down below. Search the chairs beneath the house. They hold the secret. Phew. Wow. That took more.
Brotherhood of Steel. Sounds like a video nasty.
Hey.
Shoot.
When did it get so quiet?
So, there are some rumors out there in the Commonwealth that I have heard. You know the one about the railroad? A group that actually helps. They help synths who want to escape the Institute? Yeah? Well, maybe it's not just a rumor. I mean, it is, as far as I know, of course, but I mean, they may actually be out there. It sounds kind of crazy, if you ask me. And if it were real, it'd be super dangerous, I bet. I think it's way safer to just sit here and play music. Why do these objects keep moving? Because I move them. And then I forget. Here's music. Elton Britt is next with a song that, well, frankly, it sounds very irresponsible for several reasons. Here's Uranium Fever.
Do you got a Geiger counter, bub?
Why do you ask?
Plenty of hot spots nearby. If you don't got a Geiger counter, boy, you can soak up a lot. Do you got a Geiger counter, bub?
Mine is in the shop.
You're HQ's new guy, right? Oh, thanks for setting up this place. Kinda wish you would have set up a cot or something, but at least it's safe, right? It is safe, right?
Are you all right? You seem a little jumpy.
I've had too many close calls. I used to work at HQ like you, but after the last HQ went lights out, I just had to get away. Enough about me. We got a package incoming. You know, package. I've plotted out her escape. He's all ready to sign up, but he's got big problems. We clear those problems.
If it'll help a synth, count me in.
I knew I could count on you. I wish I could tell you what you're going up against, but I got no idea. I'll mark it on your map. Go there and do what you HQ types do. Then K8's all set. I'll make sure she gets out of the Commonwealth.
We made it! We did make it, right? Hey, man, need help with the signal interceptor? This...
Tom's gonna be in heaven on this job.
Heads up.
What you got for me? Looking for something specific?
Skeeter Davis, a name I still find confusing. This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm, it's me, Travis.
Excuse me.
Hey, man.
Now let's enjoy another one from,
Hey, man.
well,
Need help with the signal interceptor?
Again. Hope that's cool.
How are we going to build this control?
Every last one of your atoms and molecules need to be categorized. Hey, that's a crazy man. Hospitals got the...
Hey, man. Need help with the signal interceptor?
Not sure how we're going to build this relay dish.
That one's not bad. Old radio stations got those. So radio stations...
Work with Tom.
Hey, man.
We'll do anything
help
we
with the
can
signal
to
interceptor?
support you.
Right. I could use your help finding parts for the beam.
We need some high-tech shit for that. A military grade, hit up any army base.
Uh-huh.
chance to get inside the Institute. Incredible.
Hey, man. Need help?
Skeeter Davis, a name I still find confusing. So, there are some rumors out there in the Commonwealth that I have heard. You know the one about the railroad? A group that actually helps? They help synths who want to escape the Institute? Yeah? Well, maybe it's not just a rumor. I mean, it is as far as I know, of course, but, I mean, they may actually be out there.
It sounds kind of crazy, if you ask me. And if it were real, it'd be super dangerous, I bet.
I think it's way safer to just sit here and play music.
Why do these objects keep moving?
Because I move them. And I forget. Here's music.
This here is Danny Kaye.
so quiet. Brotherhood sure knows how to take all the fun out of dressing in rivets and leather.
This isn't gonna do anything without power.
You need a metric ton of power to get this to work. The beam emitter's alignment with the platform has to be perfect. Otherwise, we're just making art. power grid. Otherwise, the machine won't work. Ton of power to get this to work. The beam emitter's alignment with the platform has to be perfect. Otherwise, we're just making art here.
A chance to get inside the institute.
Everything's got to be on the same power grid. Otherwise, the machine won't work.
Tom's gonna be in heaven.
We need a metric ton of power to get this to work.
Work with Tom. We'll do anything we can.
Oh, that butcher Pete. Just doing butcher sorts of things, I guess. Anyone's family has recently been butchered by a son.
Excuse me.
Okay, that was
The beam emitter's alignment with the platform has to be perfect. Otherwise, we're just making art.
So, there are some rumors out there in the Commonwealth that I have heard. You know the one about the railroad? A group that actually helped? They helped since the one who saved the Institute? Yeah? Well, maybe it's not just a rumor. I mean,
Tom's gonna be in heaven. Tom's gonna be in heaven on this job.
Grid as the rest of the signal interceptor.
Tom's gonna be in heaven on this job.
Desdemona.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Patriot.
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact. If your plan works, and you're able to get it...
How can I contact him if you know nothing about him?
Patriot devised a method to communicate with him. The plan hinges on us using this method to close the loop and contact him back.
That's not much to go on. I might not not be able to find him.
You have to try. Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
How do I infiltrate them?
You're going to have to sell them a lie. It's best to stick as close to the truth as possible. And you're going to have to think on your feet. We don't know what's waiting. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any institute. Tom, talk to me.
This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice.
Time for some news, I guess. Sure. Yeah. So, there's that saying that sometimes truth is better. No. Truth is stranger than fiction. Well, you know the radio plays that I air sometimes? Occasionally in the right order. You know the Silver Shroud. It sounds
Stand
like
still. You gotta lock in all those molecules
someone
of
takes
yours.
them really serious.
Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact a Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establish a lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About Synth, about the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the all up. We got it.
Hopefully deserve it.
Nobody else can.
Now.
So, let's do a song by the Three Sons because, well, if there's three sons, we'll be dead soon.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time, it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being, walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government. It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just Give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Why build it to look like you?
We'd advanced the technology behind synths to a point where this struck me as an interesting variation. A new angle, if you will. Modeling it after myself seemed only natural, what with the Institute's records on my genetics and physiology. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
Sean.
Let your surroundings be a reminder of what science and willpower can accomplish. I often wonder what the Institute's founders would think of our accomplishments.
Sean.
Perhaps someday our synths can reclaim the Commonwealth.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Hey there.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.